Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I've done this look here. This is very different to what I usually do on this channel, purely because I never wear lip colors like this. This eye I've done before ages ago, but this lip color I've never worn before and I absolutely love it. I love that kind of death toned lip color, which sounds so morbid, but I literally love it. I think it's very 90s-esque as well, and so yeah, I love this lip color and I will be using it a lot more in tutorials. This look is suitable if you have hooded eyes, and it's also suitable if you don't have hooded eyes. Everything that I've used will be linked in the description box down below for you, so keep on watching if you want to see how to get this makeup look here. So first of all, I'm starting with lips like I always do, or like I always do lately anyway. I'm using this lip liner here. This is from Australis Cosmetics. You can only get this in Australia, but what I'll do is I'll search around if I can find any that are similar to this, and I'll link them down below for you. This color is called Gold Digger. I'm going to color my entire lips in with this, and then I'm just going to apply a clear lip balm on top of that for the hydration. Okay, so the lips are on. As you can see, it's a very taupey bronze, almost nude color, but not pink toned whatsoever. This is very different to what I usually wear, but I really like it. I think I'm going to start wearing this all the time. Now I'm moving on to eyes. Again, I'm working from my Brilliant and Spellbinding palette from Sigma because it is my favorite at the moment. I'm using this color here. This is another highlight shade. I'm just using a flat eyeshadow brush to apply that. Now I'm taking this color from the top right hand corner, and this one is called Languid. I never did know how to pronounce that word. I think it's Languid. Anyway, I'm applying this into the crease of the eye area. You really don't have to be very precise with this because we are going in with a very precise cut crease. Well, do it as best you can, but don't go to too much effort with it. It's just to add a little bit of depth. It's just to add a little bit of depth and shadow. Now with the original colour that we used, I don't know why I just didn't say this before. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're taking that colour, and that colour was called Healthy, and we're applying it all over the mobile lid right up to the crease. And don't worry if you have hooded lids, because we are going to go in and cut that crease, so don't worry about using the shimmer in that aspect. Again, I'm applying it with a flat eyeshadow brush. This is the Sigma E55, just so I can really pack it on and get a lot of opacity from it. Now I'm taking a black eyeliner. I'm using the Stylo Yeux. I'm using the Chanel waterproof eyeliner in 88, which is intense black. I'm applying that to the inner rims of the top and bottom eyelids, and as I'm going, I'm going to gently smudge it through the roots of the top lash line. I brought it all the way into the inner corners as well, as you can see. Now I'm going in with a liquid liner. I'm using this one from Chanel as well. This is the, why do they all have French names? Écriture de Chanel Stylo eyeliner. It's literally like a permanent marker, but for your eyes. Very easy to use. I'm going to do a thick winged liner and wing it out. I'm now taking my Motives Maven's palette, and I'm using the matte black. No, I'm not. I'm using this dark brown from that palette. This dark brown is called Truffle. And on a tiny little detailer brush, I'm going to start to carve out my cut crease. Where you apply your cut crease is completely up to you. It really depends on your eye shape. I like to put it almost directly in the middle between my lash line and my brow, if that makes any sense. Don't worry if you can't get this completely neat, because that is what we use the foundation for, to neaten up the cut crease and make it seem really precise. First of all, I'm mapping out where I actually want my cut crease to be, and I kind of put little lines in, and then at the end I go and join them all up. It just makes it far easier. I'm then taking a tiny little, what would you even call this? I guess it's a buffing brush. It's called the Exact Blend, and it's the E32. I'm going to very gently blend that out just a little bit, so it looks a little bit softer and not quite as harsh yet. So that is softly blended out just a little. I'm just going to go and quickly do this eye now, and then I'll show you what to do next. Alright, both eyes are done. Now what I'm going to do is take the matte black from the same palette. You can use any matte black that you like. Carbon from MAC will do just fine for this. And I'm taking the same little detailer brush, and I'm basically just going to go straight over the top of the brown that we placed there in the cut crease, but with the black. And I'm going to keep the line very, very thin. It's not really to make this any darker or any more harsh looking. It's just to add depth to the crease and to make it look like it actually is a crease. Now, from my last cut crease videos, I had a lot of comments asking what the point of putting foundation over the top of the eyeshadow was. The point of that is not really a lot, to be honest. All we use the foundation for is to neaten up the cut crease, because if you were to leave it how it is now, it's just not as precise as what you can get it if you neaten it up with a little bit of foundation and a concealer brush. Really, that's all. You can use any foundation that you like for this part. I'm using Revlon Colorstay 110 Ivory. It's a slightly pink tone foundation and it's very, very pale. It's my winter foundation. I'm using a hair and makeup addiction brush. This one is called the Shader. So basically, we're just going underneath where we've applied our cut crease, and we're just going to neaten it up a little bit. I'll zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing. That's as far as my camera zooms in. Like that. So you can see it just neatens it up a little bit. You want the top edge, like up here, to be nice and soft and blended, but you don't want the bottom, like the mobile lid, to be soft and blended, if that's making any sense at all. Alright, so both eyes are done now basically, so we're going back in with our original colour that we used to apply all over the mobile lid, and we're just going to apply that on top of the foundation, so it basically looks like it did before, but far neater. I'm using a small little flat eyeshadow brush to apply that. Try not to get it anywhere on the cut crease that you've applied, and also try to not get it on your black winged liner. Okay, now we're going to move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to use this grey gunmetal colour here. This one is called... surely I have this wrong. It's called IG2. Is that even a name? No. Inks? I don't know. I'm using the Sigma E32 and I'm going to apply that underneath the lower lash line. I'm going to pretty much bring it all the way into the inner corners here, and I'm going to follow it right out onto the winged part of the liner. Keep it as close to the lash line as possible, like always. Love who loves you back. Then I'm going to blend that out a little bit so it's much softer and not quite as dense. Then using our original little detailer brush and the matte black from the Motives palette, I'm going to apply a little bit of matte black directly underneath my lower lash line, and that way it'll kind of create a bit of a gradient between the colour that we just applied and the lash line. Now I'm taking the same gunmetal colour from the Brilliant and Spellbinding palette, the colour IG2, which I think is incorrect, whatever. And this time I'm using a Sigma E39. It's a very, very dense, precise blending brush. And I'm going to apply a little bit of that colour directly to the outer eye, in between the winged liner and the cut crease, to kind of make a bit of a gradient and elongate the eyes a little bit more and just add a bit more depth, and that's all. Alright, nearly done. I'm going to apply some mascara to my top and bottom lashes. I'm mixing it up a little bit today. I'm going to use Australis Multi Mega Lash. Then I'm going to go in and apply some false lashes to bring this whole look together. Guys, look at this. This is ridiculous. These are way too big. I'm going to take these off and put a different pair on. So these lashes I think are far better. They're still big, but they're not quite the monstrosity that the others were. So this is the finished look. What do you guys think? It's very, very different to what I usually do, purely because this lip color is very different. I usually wear pinks, as you know. This is not a pink, but I love it. You'll be seeing a lot more of this color around, so I definitely will find some dupes of this for you that you can get overseas, because you can't get this one overseas. Don't worry, I'll look after you. I will find the same color globally. So I hope you enjoyed this look. Remember, every single product that I've used will be linked in the description box down below. Please come and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My Twitter is Steffi Lang MUA and my Instagram is Stephanie Lang Makeup. They will also be linked in the description box down below. By the way, if you do have any suggestions of makeup looks that you want to see or just videos in general that you want to see, leave them in the comment section down below so that I can see that and then film that for you. Thank you for watching. I love you guys and I'll see you next time. Bye!